What's up, YouTube? Today we're talking about how to pick a color for your website when you're not feeling creative. We will cover tools for the job, and I'll show you places to go online to get the best inspiration for your website or web development project. I'm Paul Kluke, and I own my own agency. I want to help you become your own online marketing gorilla for your neck of the woods. For all kinds of ways and tips to stand out and express yourself online, please make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, as well as click on that little alert button so that you know the next time I publish something that you get to see it as soon as it comes out. Now let's get to it, how to choose the right color for your website. The very first thing I like to do is go online, go to Google, and do a simple web search for Canva trending colors and the year we're in. So in this case, it'd be 2020. What they like to do every year is publish an article that goes over a short list of the top colors that are trending out in the industry. Now, it's not just the web development industry, it's actually out in the marketing industry. So you'll see commercials and ads from some of the biggest name brands across the planet and what they're doing with color to express their brand and to communicate to their audience. It's a great place to get some good ideas to start your project. In my experience, I've often found that my customers prefer the colors from the year before. Not sure why this is. I assume it's because people just aren't used to the newest colors of the season and prefer and feel more comfortable with last season's colors. You can see this example of Canva's 2020 lineup when it comes to the colors, and just notice how it makes you feel about the ads that you're seeing. If after reviewing that list you still don't feel like you can get creative with your color scheme, I also recommend that you check out sites like Dribbble. Dribbble is spelled D-R-I-B-B-B-L-E, sort of like dribble. I don't know why they have 3 B's, but they do. And that is a place where creatives will often put their newest, latest, and greatest web designs online so the world can see them. It gives you the opportunity to feel some inspiration, and maybe one of the easiest ways to discern which website is right for you or which web design experience is right for your site is to simply scroll down at a moderately fast speed and just wait to see which website actually pops out at you and makes you stop scrolling. I've used that method for years, trying to pick colors, trying to pick pictures, because I find that my brain is going to be drawn to certain things and I'm not always consciously aware of what I'm choosing. But if my eye stops to look at something, chances are it's something that grabbed my attention and it'll grab other people's attention as well. An additional site is a site called awards.com, but it's also spelled with 3 W's. Don't ask me why. I think everybody was on the threes thing, or dub for the World Wide Web. So www.awards.com is a place that you can go to see other people who are creative and what they've created for their website. Now in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly how you can grab any color that you find online using some special tools that you don't even have to do any downloads for. You'll be able to grab any color scheme you like right off a web page. But before I get to that, I want to introduce you to another tool that I like to use, and I also like to hand over to my customers so that they can choose for themselves which color schemes they like. It's called colors.co, but it's spelled a little funky, and it's C-O-O, so like cool lures, COOLORS.co. When you head over there, and we can head over there right now so you can see, you can actually choose a palette, and there's a way to lock in a color. And then the algorithm built into this website will suggest other colors that are relatively close or are complementary to the color that you choose. It's a cool way to quickly create a color palette, and the color palette can actually be exported by PDF, or you can even just save the link and send it to someone that is planning your design. Beyond this, however, how else can you choose the perfect color for your website? As I mentioned before, you may have a favorite picture, or you may already have a favorite website, and you simply want to know what colors were used in the creation of either the picture, say it's art, or the photograph, you can literally take it out of a photograph, or the website that you like. It's really easy. Chrome and Firefox, well, Internet Explorer does as well, but I hardly ever use them. Chrome and Firefox have tools that allow you to do this quickly and easily, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Chrome and Firefox are both browsers that we use every day when we go online. And there is a tool that once I was exposed to it, I have pretty much used every day of my life since. It's called the Eyedropper. Now, if you're familiar with the Eyedropper, I'll welcome you to go ahead and forward through this part of the video and go to the section about which colors to combine and how to choose them for which areas of your website. That's going to be towards the end. But for those who have never heard of the Eyedropper, first let me tell you how you get there. The Eyedropper lets you choose any color on a web page. If you're in Chrome, you can simply hit Function F12 or the Control-Shift-I key, Control plus Shift plus the letter I, or you can also right-click on any area of the page and select Inspect Element. What this is going to do is it's going to bring up an area that shows you all of the code on the page. Now, I don't want you to get intimidated, but you have to go here to get access to the Eyedropper. If you're in Firefox, the process is similar. And I will say that Firefox, in this particular case, is a lot easier when it comes to using their Eyedropper, because once the Inspect Element is open, you can actually get to the Eyedropper right away. If you're on a Mac, you can also do the same thing, right-click Inspect Element, or you can hit Command-Option-I, and that'll pull up your inspector as well. If you're in Chrome, what you'll want to do now is go hover over the element area. And you're going to want to type in, there's a little search box right at the top. Go ahead and type in color. When you type in color, it's going to pull up any colors on the page. And that is where you're going to click on the color that you see first and enable the Eyedropper. Now take the Eyedropper and hover over any color that you want on the web page. And if you like it, click it. It will simply change out the hex code color for you, and all you need to do is copy and paste it to a notepad file or whatever file that you're using to remember which colors you like. Now that you're able to choose which color you like as a primary color, what I want you to do is create some colors around this. Now, the way to do that is really to go back to our old friend in elementary school, the color wheel, and we're going to talk about two buckets that you should be thinking about when you're choosing which other colors to integrate into your website. One is high contrast and one is low contrast. Now, when do you use high contrast and when do you use low contrast? I have found that the best way to do this is to use high contrast when you want something to stand out, to pop, or to be a call to action on the page. Otherwise, use low contrast. Now, what is high contrast and low contrast, and how do you distinguish that on a color wheel? It's really simple. I'll show you using this example. You're going to see how if you choose a color that is directly opposite of the color that you've selected as your primary color, that is going to be high contrast. And typically the one to the left and to the right are the ones that are used to create the most contrast. If you're going to use a low contrast setting, you're going to want to choose colors that are right next to the color that you chose as your primary color. It's really that simple. When you see these types of contrasts on a live website, you'll notice that your eye sort of feels good as it goes over the low contrast colors, but that the high contrast colors really draw your attention. If you set somebody loose on a website where there's tons of high contrast, they'll feel confused and they'll move on. We don't want that. So use low contrast settings unless you're going for something that you want to stand out or you want your user to take action. If you're still not sure, there's a pretty cool tool called htmlcolorcodes.com. You you can go to that and you can see all the color codes that are available. Select your primary color code and then start your work from there. I hope this video has helped you and that it helps you become an online marketing gorilla in whatever the neck of the web you're working in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and to comment below if you have questions or you'd like me to cover other subjects in other videos. Thanks for watching.